1999, I had the basic outline of the film. I knew it had to be a campus film. I knew it had to have Shah Rukh Khan in it. So the whole thing was how to put him back in college. And I couldn't imagine, I still can't, making a film without Shah Rukh in it.
Hoon Na, of course, was something that I agreed with totally. Farah is a good thinking person, technically very adept. It's an honor to work with a lady who's trying to make a film which is in the male genre, so to say.
I worked the script around backwards to fit him into the campus.
The name of the character is Major Ram Prasad Sharma. He's thrown into a situation where he has to go back to college days. So the whole character is about how he tries to fit in.
Hello. क्या मैं तुम्हारे साथ बैठ सकता हूँ?
Zayed's character is quite close to my heart.
His name is Lucky. He's basically a very rebellious kind of guy. He's the kind of guy who's still a boy, still blames the world for many things that have happened to him. He's just a footloose and fancy-free, and he believes in live and let live.
Zayed is the youngster in the college, a little misled, perhaps. It's a emotionally little disbalanced younger generation kid who doesn't know right from wrong.
Amrita, I think to some level is me.
I play this girl called Sanju, who is a complete tomboy. And this girl is like boisterous. She's completely unlike me, so it was a very interesting contrast for me to portray.
She's not a girly kind of a girl. She's like a boy's girl.
Sanjana was this kind of girl who would do anything for Lucky because she genuinely was fond of Lucky for what he was.
They keep fighting like cats and dogs, as friends do.
Idiot! तुमने तो मेरी जान ही निकाल दी. मैंने बोला था ना, it's too dangerous.
Between Lucky and Sanju, they had something very special, only that they didn't know about it.
And then there is Miss Chandni.
Chandni ma'am!
Miss Chandni is...
Then there is...
My name in the film is Chandni. Personally, I'm in love with her because I think she's very magical and very real, yet you feel like you really, if you touched her, she'd probably disappear.
She's just the most beautiful teacher that any student could ever have.
Miss Chandni is that fantasy teacher that every youngster will tell you had a crush on.
Chandni has been portrayed like that teacher that we all had in school, someone that you can relate to as that teacher. She is a teacher, a friend with her students.
The bad guy.
Ah, the villain.
Very impactful.
Stud.
Raghavan.
I think Raghavan is that one character who disagrees with everything that the others agree upon.
He has essayed it so well that I think nobody else would ever fit into that character.
Not a typically filmy villain. He's very underplayed and doesn't go laughing. He's very subtle, very classy.
I do play negative, but a lot of respect has been given to this character. Whether it's Shah Rukh or Farah has treated this character like another human being who's got the right to think the way he wants to think.
I think this is a woman who is sort of got left behind in time somewhere. Otherwise, I think somewhere she feels that life has given her a raw deal.
I get to learn a lot from her. She's fantastic.
She's not the traditional mother, and her relationship with her son, Lucky, played by Zayed, is very interesting because it's very real.
Mom, मेरे जूते कहाँ हैं, Mom?
लक्ष्मण, तू बाल क्यों नहीं कटवाता? और ये तूने क्या कुत्ते के पट्टे पहने हुए हैं? तेरी जीन्स सारी फटी हुई है. फटी हुई टी-शर्ट. बेटा मुझे दे दे, मैं 2 मिनट में सी कर देती हूँ.
फटी हुई? मैंने सुबह से ब्लेड लेकर इतनी मेहनत की और आप भी, Mom. This is fashion, Mom.
Actually, Farah had a one-line idea for the film.
Rajesh is my childhood friend, and he'd be my bouncing board, and he'd give me ideas and I'd put them in.
When she first contacted me, I was doing Ashoka for Shah Rukh's company.
Shah Rukh said you should use him. He's a bright young man.
Farah wrote the film with me, and then Farah wrote another few drafts with Abbas.
Three of us never worked together. I worked with Rajesh separately and Abbas separately.
This is not a film that's been written on the sets. This is a film that was written well in advance. We knew exactly the story that we wanted to tell.
I was very hesitant initially when she wanted to give him these really flared bell-bottom pants.
And big collars and this tight vest on top.
He really looked quite sweet.
We were trying to go retro. What we didn't realize is it is the spring look of 2004.
The overall view of the film was, well, kids of today. I mean, how do college kids dress today? What are their attitudes? What kind of clothes do they wear?
Jaise and Amrita's look, I was very, very clear about. Jaise would be wearing toned jeans and he would have long hair. Amrita, of course, was again dirty, grungy look because she's someone who doesn't really care what she looks like.
Sushmita, as an actress also, and in fact as a person, has a great personality.
It was very clearly a Yash Chopra heroine. She would be wearing chiffon saris and her hair would be flying. She would be carrying these matching folders.
For a designer, it's so nice to work with directors who are very clear of what they want. So I wasn't really surprised on her being so into the costumes of the film.
I'm really, really happy that Sunil is playing Raghavan because he's just the most sexy villain that you'll ever see, I think.
Anna's look in the film, I think, rocks. Especially the militant. I love the militant look.
He's just looking great and he's done a fab job because he did the get-up on his own.
An awesome character to play, a character I loved doing. Right from the look of the character to the probably the way Farah has executed his entire approach.
He sat with me and we worked on towards the look. And we had never done this look with the long hair and the monkey cap, stuff like that.
He's got this long hair and he's really like a Hollywood villain.
The color coordination, the set presentation. I think what Farah did very sensibly was she was elaborate in detailing the sets.
Sets play a very, very important role in this film considering that out of 110 days, we have shot only 40 days outdoor. I had the greatest art director in India today. He's of invaluable help.
When we shot in Darjeeling and we shot in this beautiful school, whatever was retained of that and shot later was identical to the point that we used to get goose flesh walking into the sets in Bombay and saying, my God, it feels like Darjeeling.
Sabu is just the best. He's a saint. He never gets angry. He never loses his cool.
Oh, I'm in a bad mood now. So much of work has to happen. One set has to be ready in the evening. Tomorrow, then only we can shoot. Somehow or other we are managing.
Whatever I visualize, it means nothing unless I have a cameraman who's going to bring it to life. And I think my cameraman's done a fantastic job.
First thing I decided, I didn't want any dark, serious, that kind of stuff. We decided on nice, bright and glossy film.
I think he's a very, very talented man. We are lucky that we got him to do this film.
Will you light up faster now?
Do anything.
Does his work very quietly as far as the actors are concerned, but not as far as the assistants are concerned. There used to be a lot of boxing bouts that went on. It's brilliant. His work speaks for him.
Terrific cinematographer, terrifically talented.
Everyone was asking, how was Farah as she's directing a movie for the first time? First thing is that Farah doesn't think that she's directing a movie for the first time. So she's very clear on what she wants. She does all her scenes or any other portion in the film as she does her songs only.
When she thought of making this film, I'm sure people's first reaction was, it's going to be a musical.
The expectations from the music of this film are very high.
I'm quite convinced that how high these expectations may be, people will not be disappointed.
किसका है ये तुमको इंतजार में होना देख लो इधर तो एक बार मैं हूँ ना.
More than 2 years, we just started working on it, not knowing when the film would start.
He has a hyper energy about him which I wanted in my music.
She was very clear about what she wanted, about her music.
When the director is so clear about what are the requirements, it becomes much easier to work.
खामोश क्यों हो जो भी कहना है कहो दिल चाहे जितना प्यार उतना मांग लो.
Annu Malik is an extremely talented, energetic person and wild, almost wild with energy.
Javed Saab can be a bit tough on his words if sometimes we don't like something and how to tell him that. But this time I had my ally, Farah Sudek. No, we can change this and all that. I think he's at his elemental best with me in this film.
Yes! Lovely, got it?
I was very clear that each song would have to have a distinct flavor to it.
The title song that is playing Hoon Na is absolutely brilliant. It has already sunk in.
My favorite song in the film is Hoon Na. For me, that is the soul of the film.
किसका है ये तुमको इंतजार में हूँ ना देख लो इधर तो एक बार मैं हूँ ना.
What's up? Farah, all her life that she's worked with, wanted to do a one-shot song.
The song is divided into two halves.
One is Amrita's and one is mine.
Both the parts of the song are done in single shots.
Chale, jaise Hawaien, sanan, sanan, ude jaise parinde, gagan, gagan.
When you're dancing with 45 people and you have a guy on a steady cam capturing it all, which means that we have to get every step right. But Farah, she really broke into it very easily. She first made us do it in our dance halls.
We rehearsed in Bombay. I had about 15 days of training. That's just before we left for Darjeeling.
When we went to Darjeeling, whenever we packed up, the whole dance troupe used to be called. We would all get together again and start rehearsing for it.
It was not difficult, it was interesting preparing for the one-shot song.
We were practicing for it so much. Every rehearsal I used to be flat on the ground.
And they were told, if you faint, get up and start dancing again.
Chale, jaise Hawaien, sanan, sanan, ude jaise parinde, gagan, gagan.
Gori Gori, which is a 60s retro kind of song.
So it had to have a 50s rock and roll, Shabbi Kapoor, Helen kind of a flavor.
Gori 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 Gori.
Gori 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 kabhi kabhi kahin kahin chori chori.
The prom song is the 60s, 70s.
It has a very Shammi Kapoor kind of a touch to it.
Chup chup ke tum mila karo pyari pyari baatein baatein kiya karo.
We have done a very modern lighting in that old situation.
Par yu na milna kisi se kabhi hamare siwa.
Prom song is fantastic. It's a different tone, it's a different color, it's a different mood.
Every single person and all of Farah's dancers and our co-actors have done this talent show in it where everybody's done a jig of their own.
Gori 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 kabhi kabhi kahin kahin chori chori.
Gori, 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 boli, boli, nahi, nahi, gori, gori.
This would have my first Qawwali.
Wicked.
Farah kept saying this is a Qawwali on acid.
इश्क जैसे है एक आंधी, इश्क है एक तूफान, इश्क के आगे बेबस है दुनिया में हर इंसान.
The Qawwali. The Qawwali is going to rock.
Visual costuming, for me, I think I really got off on the Qawwali.
इश्क में सब दीवाने हैं, इश्क में सब हैरान, इश्क में सब कुछ मुश्किल है, इश्क में सब आसान.
I think the Qawwali that is a rock Qawwali, it's a kind of a hip-hop Qawwali or whatever you may call it. I think it's going to literally be completely a chart buster.
I just wanted a Qawwali because everyone else was doing Bhangras.
तुमसे मिलके दिल का है जो हाल क्या कहे हो गया है कैसा ये क्या करें तुमसे मिलके दिल का है जो हाल क्या कहे
action was in the script.
Action that has been choreographed beautifully.
I thought like this, action has become like this. Shah Rukh was more involved in the action than I was actually. Between him and Alan, they completely designed the action.
The execution of the action was only possible because Alan was able to put it on screen.
Experience was very good. The action is very different and a lot of contribution from Shah Rukh's side.
Okay, cue, ready? Roll cameras, action!
It's the kind of action that you see in a Hollywood film that, you know, people come out of the theater saying, boy, did you see that action?
We have all high-tech fighting sequences. We have time slice in this film.
After the film camera, you put in a lot of still cameras. And in a sequence, each still camera takes a picture. And when you stick all those pictures together, the screen moves, the camera gives you a feeling of movement, the person in the middle is static. Certain aspects of the action would not be achievable with the equipment we have available in India. So what was done was, these things were sent abroad to companies. They got back to us, they came down, and a lot of hard work.
And then there's a cycle rickshaw chase. And what we did with the cycle rickshaw, you have to see.
And the cycle rickshaw is running after 4 moons in a big car.
Well, we made special cycle rickshaws with engines on it so that it could happen, and we had a lot of cable work and machines to do a lot of work.
They were flying and they were tumbling. I mean, the cycle rickshaw is a whole character on its own.
Cycle rickshaw chase, which is supposed to happen in Darjeeling, which we didn't happen. The Darjeeling where we shot the cycle rickshaw chase is up there in Goregaon.
This is even worse.
More than all the high-tech action happening in the cycle rickshaw, the difficulty of shooting that, the challenge was to bring in the effect of Darjeeling, which we actually shot in Film City. That's it.
There's the climax action sequence. It's on a plank. You just get on top and you're very scared that you'll fall down.
And I think it's what is interesting about it is the way it's been edited.
The action sequence is very interesting. One particularly that I like is the climax action sequence, because I don't think any action sequence here has ever been cut like that.
Very well choreographed, like I said, not taxing at all, but at the same time justice done to both. Shah Rukh Khan hasn't treated it like he's hero and he pounds me to dust. No, it's a fight that's equal, that shows the power of both the characters.
So that's my favorite. After seeing the sequence, either people will think I'm a genius or probably I'm nuts.
It was the first time that one actually got to experience action in this format.
It has Zahid hanging out of a chopper, me running on a roof, the part where I go and try to save Chandani. I think I should not really talk about it. I'll let Sushmita do the honors.
This sudden idea from Mr. Shah Rukh Khan, who says, listen, there's a sequence that follows in which I have to shoot a guy standing behind you. So why don't I shoot him through your sari? Cut to, I am standing on that very eventful evening for this particular shot, and the man actually shot through my sari. That expression on my face is very genuine, and I am shocked out of my life.
No smoke came, nothing. There was no burst.
Okay, I'll put a bomb there. Bomb laga mein pada.
It's a 120-day film, with a lot of action and songs. It's a very hectic film, but I think the humor kept us going.
The comedy in the film is my favorite part of the film, and of course I had fantastic actors doing it. There's Boman Irani, who's new to Indian films, but he's already being appreciated.
My character? Principal? I don't remember.
मैं कहाँ जा रहा था?
Sir, आप घर जा रहे थे.
Oh, yeah, of course. The character, yeah, the principal. He's a forgetful guy. And in real life also, I think I'm very forgetful, so they thought I'll play the role.
My favorite, Binduji, who I love and adore since I've been watching her movies, and I think she's just too good at comedy.
Listen to me when I say...
Whenever she sees some good handsome boy, she falls for him.
Hi, handsome. तुम वही chemistry teacher हो ना?
जी नहीं, मैं student.
She doesn't know English at all, and she tries to speak English, but she makes all, mess out of it.
Who is this Paco man?
नाचो मैं नाचो.
There's Satish Shah, who I think is one of the best comedians we have in the country.
It's the role of a professor in a school, a normal school. Mr. Rasai's character की खासियत ये है कि ये
कल यही असाइनमेंट तुम्हें 5 बार करके लाना होगा. 5.
बोलता कम है, थूकता ज़्यादा है.
I'll spit on you, but never do that.
There was this one particular scene where, he's shouting at Shah Rukh.
This was that particular moment where he was to spit on Shah Rukh while explaining himself.
I couldn't say cut in that sequence because I had fallen down laughing.
ये भी तुम मुझे सिखाओगे. ये भी तुम मुझे सिखाओगे.
I just couldn't keep a straight face, so every time he spat on me, everyone used to laugh because it looked very funny, and I'm not supposed to laugh.
नहीं, I insist. पाँव तो तुम्हें ऊपर रखना ही पड़ेगा. Please. As you said. How dare you!
Shahrukh just couldn't hold himself, so I suffered. There were several takes.
तुम्हारी हिम्मत कैसे हुई? Come with me to the principal. Follow me.
आगे चलेंगे तो मैं follow करूँगा.
ये भी तुम मुझे सिखाओगे. Come on.
What was going on is hysterically funny, but what was if you just panned the camera and looked around you and you saw people falling under the thing and doing all that.
But even in the actual take which we have retained, at the end of it all, I start smiling and I hide my face and go away, and it's there. I couldn't help it. I couldn't shoot it anymore.
ये भी तुम मुझे सिखाओगे. Come on. And quiet.
पहुंचो इसको. नहीं तो क्या? You can't keep a straight face in the scene, यार.
Check that. Wicked.
The experience of being in Hoon Na included talent shows, which we call the entertainment nights.
The schedule was very hectic, but the lights used to finish off by about 4 o'clock, as we would have programs in the evening in the hall of the school.
Suddenly, the production team swung, became even more efficient for the entertainment night. They would swing, they would make a little auditorium, they would have a stage set up.
Farah's entire group, our technicians, us, the actors, Farah herself, everybody had to do something, anything.
The entertainment nights where everybody used to come and sort of mimic somebody, do a dance skit or something like that. We just became like one big, massive family.
Everybody had a great time.
We had so much fun, so much fun.
I know for a fact that this film is going to work as a complete package for one and all, for the masses, for the classes.
There's just so much of joy and energy in this film, and it's brimming, it's overflowing with colors, the energy.
Just go and see the film and live the experience. It's not just a story from beginning till end. It's an experience.
The film has everything. It has good action, it has brilliant songs, it has amazing comedy because, yeah, Farah, with her fabulous sense of humor.
What is it in my face?
She can't have a film which doesn't have comedy.
She is very demanding as a director. She pushes you and she makes you do things you never thought were possible within yourself.
She knows how to make an audience laugh, she knows how to make an audience cry, and she knows how to entertain an audience.
Farah has a very short leash on her temper and can fly off the handle very easily.
चाय पी रहे हो, खाना खा रहे हो, पिकनिक चल रही है यहाँ पर.
I think it stems from her wanting to please everybody. It was a pleasure working with her. She knew exactly what she wanted right from the moment the script was written.
There is a brilliant director who's being given birth to, and a producer who adores her.
I don't think Hoon Na would have been possible without Shah Rukh Khan. There's no way.
Hoon Na, of course, was something that I agreed with totally. It's the kind of cinema which actually makes Indian films what they are and what is termed as masala films.
He's the producer of the film, a very, very dear friend of Farah's, lovely actor, fantastic co-star. A sweetheart of a producer because I had chocolates and flowers every day in my van, and I know that he pampered all his actors on the set.
He saw me from the distance कि अभी shot को थोड़ा time है, तो he himself brought a chair and he gave me, and I was really very much touched.
I think he did the job of a spot boy to the cameraman, to the fighter, to the dancer boy in the entire film. A complete producer, and I hats off to him.
I keep telling this to all my friends, you know, I've actually had the good fortune to go to the Shah Rukh Khan School of Acting. I consider Shah Rukh Khan not just an actor, I consider him an institution.
Shah Rukh's always a pleasure to watch. As a producer, he's absolutely delightful because he's been so kind and so caring.
The relationship between Shah Rukh and Farah is amazing, and that's why you see a product that is amazing too.
It's been a great working relationship. I think a lot of my work, which has been appreciated by people, and I've been given the credit for, I think it belongs to Farah.
Shah Rukh and me have a rapport for the last 12 years. Because we've been through so much together, there are some personal jokes. We just have to look at each other and we understand.
What I take back with me of Hoon Na is one of my finest experiences as an actress. And I really, really pray to God and hope that I have such an experience with these people again and again and again.
The best part of the film is over, which was the shooting of the film, which was making the film and coming on the set and seeing 200 people all together working towards one film. But at the end of it, I think we were a family.
I think most of the actors, I would make a special mention of Sunil Shetty. I would make a mention of Sushmita Sen, Zahid and Amrita, who have really gone out of their way to be helpful to the director. They've been very helpful to me as a producer.
It was not just another film for everybody.
But then I think at the end of it all, everybody was very happy and loving to be a part of this film.
Hi, this is Sushmita Sen, and why is my voice echoing?
But I have to go, huh, Vikram?
My agent called me. I was in Los Angeles with my agent. Yeah, we are rolling. Bolo, yaar.
Vikram, I really have to go.
Sorry, this was about the hair, right?
Boss.
That's enough.